Hey, it's Lisa here with a love note for March 4th. Today I want to talk a little bit about getting guidance, those intuitive hits either from your soul or from your guides and what that might look like. So everybody gets their guidance in different ways. I would be really curious to know what your way is. Like when you know that you're getting some kind of inspiration, when intuition is hitting you, when you feel like the nudge from the divine or from your guides, what does that look like for you? How does that show up? It doesn't have to be any certain way. You don't have to be sitting cross-legged going om for 3 hours in a cave for divine guidance to come to you. It comes to each of us differently. And the trick is to actually notice it when it happens. Now, for some of us, we get those aha moments in the shower, right? Washing our hair, not paying attention to what else is going on, maybe dancing to the music. That might just be me. I don't know, but those shower moments where we get great, brainstorm or creative ideas that come in. For some of us, it might be like when we're on a run or on the treadmill or something, doing something completely unconnected to what the problem we're trying to solve or, whatever, the inspiration just drops in. Sometimes for me, it's like washing pots and pans in the kitchen, which is like one of my least favorite things to do. But yet there's something about when I'm washing pots and pans, it's like my mind is over here. And so the inspiration has a chance to come in and I actually notice it. Today, it was me sitting in front of my computer, not doing computer work, but instead worrying about what I was going to tell my book editor because I was missing a writing deadline for the book that I'm writing right now. And I thought, oh crap. And this particular book has been challenging me. It started off as courageous co-creation or co-creating with spirit. That was the direction of the book originally. And then it shifted to Dirt Road Divinity, which just felt a lot better. I'm really excited about this idea of Dirt Road Divinity, the scenic route of the soul, going along with the podcast that I do and writing a book, along the same lines too. But I knew that there was something else missing in that I hadn't quite nailed the concept yet. And I kept checking and I kept trying to force information. I kept trying to force inspiration, which wasn't happening at all. It was getting me nowhere except for frustrated. And today, as I'm sitting here, it's like, poof, the last little puzzle piece of what I needed to include as like an overarching theme of this book came in, inspiration. And I went, oh my God, that's it. That's it. And I got super excited. And then I got super scared because it's one of those big concepts that is going to stretch me so far outside my comfort zone that I got excited and then I got anxious. And then I realized that excitement and anxiety sometimes can feel the exact same way in the body. And so there's sometimes when the inspiration comes in and is asking us to be bold, asking us to play big, to stop playing small, asking us to take on like important topics and present concepts in a different kind of nuanced way. I got all kinds of fired up inside, and then I got all kinds of anxious. And then by the end of the conversation, I am stoked about where this book is going now. But I had to discern, is this actually what's right for me? So often when information will come in, and for me, it really does come in a number of ways. Yes, I love to sit down with my journal and get information. I've got thousands of journal pages of guided information that I've written. Yes, I love to take my little magic pendulum and see, is this information accurate? Is this information right? Is this something that I want to actually pursue and work on? And this little magic pendulum will give me all kinds of confirmation, yes, no, whatever. Sometimes it's literally feeling a tap on the shoulder. Sometimes it's this just bolt of poof, like download of information. I'm like, where the hell did that come from? But then I don't care because I'm so excited to have had it. But the truth is I do care because for me, the first thing is really noticing that the inspiration or the information or the guidance or direction is there. First, we have to actually notice it. We have to pay attention. And we have to be willing to pay attention all the time, not just when we're sitting cross-legged with a journal, not just when we're meditating, not just when we're, praying or whatever, but inspiration is around us and for us all the time. And the question is, are we noticing it? Are we leaning into it? But the second thing, and this one is really important, is to discern that information. And discerning just, really is about making sure that the information, A, is coming from a source that you want to be interacting with. I don't play with dark stuff, with dark energy, with, lower vibrational type energy. I just don't play in that world. I have absolutely no interest in getting information from, that side of the force. So when I do get information, I do check in and make sure, is this information coming from the side of the force that I do play with, which is the light side of the force. So that's one of the things, is really discerning. Sometimes it will just hit me wrong in my body if information's coming in that just feels completely unaligned with my soul, with my, life's purpose, with what I think is right or wrong in the world. It will just, if it feels unaligned, I can feel that in my body. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going there. So, and the more you notice, and then the more you actually practice discernment, the easier it gets, to where you can tell, a lot more quickly or a lot more easily, is this information that you actually, are interested in listening to. There have been some times that I've been journaling or, meditating and asking for guidance. And this has been quite a while ago, but, like someone would come in, tell me who they were, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not talking to you. You get on out of here. I'm not talking to you, because I didn't know. And if I don't know, I'm just not gonna, I sent them on their way. And we have the right to do that, because when we are communicating with spirit, we are sovereign beings, and we have the right and the control to determine who we're communicating with, who's in our space, who's giving us guidance. And we can set the parameters and the ground rules for that. And if it's somebody that you don't want giving you information or guidance or anything, ship them out, just send them out. Hey, Cindy, it's good to see you. See Elena on there too. Hello. So listen for, when inspiration hits, notice it. Listen for it, notice it when it hits. Secondly, discern it. Next, just consider it. Is this something that I even want to be interested in? Because the truth is, you have free will. And regardless of what information or inspiration or guidance or whatever comes to you from your soul, from your spirit guides, from whomever you talk to, you get to decide if that's something you actually want to bring into your life, if that's something that you want to act on. As a free will being, as a sovereign being, you get to decide who you talk to, and you get to decide what action you take. So just keeping in mind, you're in control. You are in total control in this situation. Next is the idea of, are you actually going to act on it? I see Marcy and Robbie have both joined us. Hey guys, are you going to act on it? I am super excited to act on this latest information for my book. This is the puzzle piece. This has been the missing part, that now I look at the book and the book project. I am more energized than I've been in a long time about this book. And I see how it all fits together. It's going to be a little scary. It's going to stretch me. I'm going to be sharing way more about myself in this book than I ever thought that I would publicly. And that's okay. Because if one other person can be helped by me sharing this information, then it's all worth it. So notice the inspiration, discern it. Do you actually, is this inspiration coming from a source that you actually want to communicate with? Consider if it works for you, for your purpose, for why you're here. With, is it in alignment with your soul? Is this something you want to do or not? And then finally, take action if it is. Just take action. Take the aligned action. And so I am so excited. Cindy's asking, is there a book title? Yeah, it's going to be Dirt Road Divinity. So this book, I've shifted kind of the concept of it, and it's now Dirt Road Divinity, Scenic Route of the Soul, going along with the podcast. And it's going to be more of a memoir, kind of about my spiritual experiences as kind of a mud tire mystic in the buckle of the Bible Belt. So this is going to be a fun little adventure. When I thought that inspiration could only come to me on mountaintops, or when I was doing something sacred, I was getting in my own way. Because the truth is, we can be connected to the divine, we can be connected to the sacred, to our guidance, to our soul all the time, no matter what we're doing. The opportunity is for us to actually pay attention, to lean in, to notice, to discern, to consider, and then if it all is in alignment, to actually take action. And I'm telling you, this is when life starts getting really juicy. This is when we start feeling like the things that we're doing are actually for a bigger purpose and are actually helping our soul to grow. And that's a pretty cool feeling. And if we can contribute to the betterment of others and the betterment of the planet in the process, dang, that's good stuff. But so often in our 3D mind and our 3D experience, we're not always going to have the bigger picture inspiration if we're just stuck in our own, our own smaller vision. And so when we allow this higher guidance to come in, where they can see the whole playing field, where they get the bird's eye view of everything that's going on, all of our life's purpose and mission and all the stuff that we've done and how it can culminate together and share that inspiration, that's good stuff. And when we actually have the courage to act on it, I'm telling you, the guides are up there doing a happy dance. They are so excited because they know that that's when we're going to make our bigger difference. That's when our soul's going to sing. And that's what they want to see more of in this world, is more of us listening, tuning in, discerning, taking action that's aligned with our soul and aligned with how we can make our unique contribution on the planet. So with all of that, the cool thing is the guides love us. They love us. They want us. They want to see us succeed. They want to see us happy. They want to see us acting in alignment with our soul's mission and our soul purpose here on this planet because they love us. So when we listen and when we actually discern, is this right for me, and take action, it gives us so much more power and confidence and courage to be big, to be brave, to take the next right step. Even if we might not know where the entire staircase leads, even if we don't completely see that final destination, to have the faith that they've got our backs, they won't steer us wrong, and that if we take the next right step, then the step after that will be revealed, and the step after that, and the step after that. We don't have to know all the answers right now. They'll help us figure it out, but what they're encouraging right now is just take the next right step. And sometimes when we're in the middle of a project and we stall out, like I did on this book, I wasn't ready to know the next right step yet. Because had I gotten this information 6 months ago, I would have been like, oh, hell no, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I was not ready for the information then. I'm ready now. And they knew that I would be ready now, which is why they dropped the information in my brain just this afternoon. They get it on a bigger scale. They just get it on a bigger scale. So sometimes if you do feel stuck, that might be for your benefit, because they're waiting for you to catch up with your potential of what's next. They're just waiting for you to get to the place where you can hold the information, not be too terrified by it, and then actually take action on it. So today's been a fascinating kind of day. And I just encourage, remember your guides love you. They're talking to you all the time. We have an opportunity to listen, to discern, to consider, to know that we have free will and that we're sovereign in our choices and in our energy and in who we talk to. And then to take aligned action that will help us move our passions forward so that we can make our biggest contribution in the world. That's really what it's all about. So I would love to hear from you if there are particular ways that you tap in with your guides or intuition that you feel. Some of the ways that I will feel when I know I'm on the right path, goosebumps are one of my very favorite in terms of indicators that, whoa, this is a big deal. So when I get guidance that I really need to pay attention to, it's like my guides will make me get goosebumps. If it's just goosebumps on my arm, I'm like, okay, I'm paying attention, got it. If it's goosebumps from the top of my head down to my little pinky toe, you better damn well bet I am paying big attention then. So our bodies will talk to us. We might get a feeling in our stomach that I have to be careful of, because sometimes that, feeling in my stomach sometimes can feel like fear, but sometimes the fear can just be because they're asking us to be bigger, like to step out of our comfort zone and to do something more significant and courageous. And that can be a little anxiety producing. But once I get beyond that, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, let's do this, And so we can feel it in our body. We can feel it in our energy level, our excitement level. but allowing the inspiration to come in, then checking in with our body to see, okay, does this feel good? Does this feel like something I want to pursue? If I actually did that, how would that feel? And these are all ways that you can kind of discern if this is a right next step for you. If you have ways that you like to check in, if you've got special like indicators that you know you're on the right path, I would love to hear about them. Please, let me know in the comments below. And if you have no idea how to check in with your guides, if you have no idea what tapping into your intuition or anything like that is all about, oh my gosh, let's talk. You can tell I get kind of fired up about these kind of topics. I would love to have a conversation with you. So just drop me a message below or send me a message on Messenger, and I would love to talk. I'm reading Cindy's message right now. One time I was getting guidance and another group came in. I got a hit not to engage. Ooh, I got a congratulations. I can't see the rest of it. Oh, for not going off track. Yeah, that is such good guidance, Cindy. Sometimes they'll tell us slow your roll, or not to engage someplace else. So that is really good. Yeah, you can get the hit not to engage, because sometimes things will come in to pull us off track, to play squirrel in our life. And God knows some of us are good enough at squirreling ourselves that we really don't necessarily need a whole lot of astral squirrels to chase after too. So thank you for that, Cindy. That's really helpful. You guys, you are loved all the time. Like always and in always, you are totally and completely loved. Your guides have your back. They're talking to you all the time. They simply want you to know that you're loved. And then they ask, pay that love forward. The world needs more of your love too. Just pay it forward. I will see you tomorrow.